Howdy, and welcome to Book Your Give Here. We're Travel That Gives. I'm Lulu Lima, your chief travel guru. I hope this episode of Dream Now Travel Later inspires you to travel, and I invite you to give us the opportunity to help plan your next memorable trip. So grab your popcorn and enjoy.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back. Oh my God, it's so exciting. We're here. We've got another presentation to give you guys, and I can't wait to tell you. Oh my God, can you tell how excited I am? So I am with Eric and Eva from the Palm Beaches. Yes, this is another part of Florida that we love this state, right? Because it's got amazing beaches. And so we are going to be talking about all of their beautiful things, everything that's going to transform our trips. It's going to transform us into being amazing people with this whole pura vida opportunity that we have even here in the US. And with that, we're also going to talk a little bit about some great gastronomy, because there's, we all have to eat, right? There's off the beaten path. We're going to find out little clues that these guys are going to give us. And on top of that, we're going to learn about how we can learn more about history and travel as a living classroom. So with that, I'm going to give the floor over to Eric and Eva to take it away.
Great. Thank you for having us, Lulu. We really appreciate it. We're really excited to be here today. And as Lulu said, we are the Palm Beaches. We're the official tourism marketing organization that represents all of our 39 cities and municipalities. So representing Palm Beach County on the southeast corridor of the state of Florida, so on the Atlantic side. And with that, we will start our presentation. I am Eric Arnica. I am the Senior Director of Leisure Sales for the Palm Beaches. And with me today is Eva D'Amato, our Leisure Sales Manager. So we'll both be doing the presentation today. So thank you again, and we're very excited to be here. So,
awesome.
Eva, we'll start it. So we could go to the next slide, please. So just a little bit of information. So throughout this last year, like many other organizations and many other destinations, we took the time to see what was happening and implemented certain procedures so that we can ensure the safety and peace of mind of travelers coming to our destination. So you can see the information on the slide here. We were one of the first destinations to be part of the Global Biorisk Advisory Council. And this is an international entity or international organization that gives its seal of approval with everything on biosafety, so cleanliness procedures, and they're very strict in their practice. So we're very fortunate that a number of our hotel partners have already gone through this process, in addition to our convention center, also our airport, Palm Beach International Airport. But in addition to that, we also pledged, we had the Palm Beaches Pledge, where we decided that we would make sure that we were adhering to the 6 feet distancing, wearing masks, and always sanitizing whenever we had the opportunity to do so. So these were some of the steps that we took early on back in the summer of last year to ensure the safety of all of the visitors that are coming to our destination.
And that's super awesome, because everybody's got different feelings on, what's going on and how they should be traveling. So thank you for highlighting this. Everybody, as you just heard, this is a great destination for you to really feel safe and travel safely.
Definitely. We're going to continue on throughout. We've continued to do so, and then post-pandemic as well. So making sure that all of the safety procedures are in place. So a little bit about our history in our destination. We'll go to the next slide, please. And just to tell you how we came about. The Palm Beaches, really thanks to the vision of two visionaries, but mostly because of one person in particular that in the late 1800s came down from the Northeast. And this was Mr. Henry Flagler, who established a railway from the northern portion of the US down to the state of Florida, and arrived in our beautiful destination in late 1800s. He saw what was there. He fell in love with it, and he said, well, I have to do something about this. I have to establish some sort of place where my friends can come and enjoy what I have seen. So that's really how it came about. And he built the first resort in our destination And that is why we're known as America's first resort destination, because of that hotel. So thanks to the vision of Henry Flagler. And in the previous slide, you saw also one of those carts, the railroad carts that he established, he brought through the railway system in the late 1800s. So, and then now it leads us to where we are now. So we're comprised of 39 cities and municipalities, as I pointed out. We have 47 miles of beaches.
47 miles, guys. Did you hear that? 47
Yes,
miles. Hello.
47 miles on the east coast of Florida. So a lot of water in our destination, as you can see on the map. We have a number of activities. We have golf courses. So we're known as Florida's golf capital with over 160 golf courses. We have nightlife. We have historical areas that you can visit. So we're also known as Florida's cultural capital, and great restaurants and eateries for everybody to experience. So a wide range of attributes that comprise of our destination, and I'm really excited to share it with you today.
That is so awesome. So let's talk a little bit about how we're going to get there, right?
Yes, definitely. So how you can get here. Next slide, please. So where we're located on the map, and I mentioned at the beginning, we're on the southeast corridor of the state of Florida. So on the Atlantic side on the map, you can see that we're about 2.5 hours south of Orlando. We're about 30 to 40 minutes north of Fort Lauderdale, and about 50 to 60 minutes north of Miami. So very accessible from those major cities that a lot of people already know and have traveled to in the past. And so we're right situated in that middle section of the southeast corridor, if you will, very conveniently located to those other two areas.
And I would say that you guys are really off the beaten path in the sense of you're not Miami, you're not Fort Lauderdale, and you're not Orlando. You have your own flavor.
Definitely. So as we will go into the presentation, and you will see that, but a little bit about the reason why we're different. We complement each other well with those destinations, with Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, but we're very different. You know, they have their own attributes, even though we're in the same geographic location, so to speak, in the southeast corridor. We're very, very different. So a little bit of how to get here, as we were saying. You have Palm Beach International Airport, which is our main airport that has all of the major air carriers, as you can see there in our slide, coming into our destination, and some of the accolades that we've won in the past years. And also we have a prime class lounge in our airport. So certainly Palm Beach International is the first airport that we promote and that people can access to arrive to our destination. But we do have Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport as another entryway, and Miami International Airport, all within 30, 40 minutes and an hour distance to our destination. And all of the carriers fly into those other secondary cities from our main area.
So you guys, as I'm planning your trips, you'll notice that I may say, hey, the Palm Beach International, here's the option. But if you might have a direct flight into Fort Lauderdale or into Miami, I may offer you that option as well.
Definitely. So that's why we always promote first ours, but we have those other secondary and tertiary airports that are flying, especially to some of the cities in our destination that are closer to Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport, which Eva will touch on. You have a city like Boca Raton, which is closer to Fort Lauderdale Hollywood. It's about 20-30 minutes away, and also Delray, which is 40 minutes away. So those are easier. This is really important to note. The train that you see on this slide is a fast speed train that started its operation 3 years ago, so January of 2018. Four carts, modern, sophisticated train that was connecting Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and our city of West Palm Beach, so the city center of our destination. Unfortunately, the last year it's paused its operation because of COVID. We're hoping it's going to be resuming in the next couple of months, so before the end of the year. That's the plan. And ultimately, this train will be arriving directly into Orlando Airport, into MCO. Also, additional cities have been announced, such as Aventura, and an additional city in our destination, which is Boca Raton. So we're really excited. It's a modern, sophisticated train. As you will see in the next slide, it has leather seating, Wi-Fi on board, You can purchase food items. There is a cart, like a first class cart, that if you purchase, you pay a little more, you have coffee and Danish in the morning. And after 3 o'clock, it offers libations, beer, wine, and something to eat. And so this gives us the opportunity, again, for people that are already traveling to a Miami or Fort Lauderdale that want to come to the Palm Beaches, that they can take that train and easily accessible and conveniently located from from various parts in our destination. It arrives in the city center of our destination, which is West Palm Beach.
We're recording on Earth Day. Hello, sustainability. This is awesome.
Correct. So modern, part of that sustainable effort as well. Thank you for pointing that out. And we had a great partnership, and we hope that continues moving forward. But I was always very excited, and when we had this new train come on board, because certainly it makes a huge difference.
Absolutely.
And with that, we're going to go into the key cities, and I will turn it over to Eva D'Amato, our leisure sales manager, who can give you a little bit more of an update. So I'll be around, and thank you again.
Thank you so much. All right, Eva. So let's talk about all of the off the beaten path destinations.
Absolutely. Excited. All right. Well, this is our county, actually. So as Eric pointed out, is on that southeastern coast of Florida. We're bordered by the Atlantic Ocean and also by Lake Okeechobee. So with that, we have a vast arrangement of amenities and activities that you can really enjoy in the destination. And our destination, we like to break it up into our north part of the county, our central west part of the county, and our south part of the county. So that north part of the county that we were just taking a look at, that has towns and cities such as Jupiter, Tequesta, Palm Beach Gardens. So some of those big names that you'll hear, and each one of those cities is so, I like to say all of our cities have their own personality. The ones in the northern part of the county are great for those outdoor active clients. So anybody that wants to go explore the waterways or some of the state parks and the hiking trails, even bird watching, this is a great place to go ahead and do so. They're very conservation focused. They're very eco-friendly, and it's a super great local feel because you have locals riding their bikes down A1A along with guests and clients that are staying in the hotels that are just taking a walk, and everyone's really there to enjoy the destination. And in the northern portion of the county, the destination is enjoyed so much outdoors. Another great area in the northern portion of our county is Jupiter, and that has our lighthouse. So it's the oldest building in Palm Beach County. You can climb the stairs. I think there's 115 stairs, if I'm not mistaken. Everybody can Google and check, but we have
Reynolds live in Jupiter at one point.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said, didn't Burt Reynolds live in Jupiter at one point?
Absolutely. And for those golf fanatics, we have a ton of fun golfers living in Jupiter. So you can be at a restaurant and totally see one. And then don't get starstruck like I did, but it's a totally different story for another day. But it's fun.
Awesome.
It's really great. Lots of green space.
How awesome. So let's talk a little bit more about the Central. And in terms of, obviously, this is where a lot of folks know a lot of the beach areas.
Yeah, most definitely. So the central portion of the county is only about 10 minutes away from the Palm Beach International Airport, which we just spoke about. So it's a great area. If you're not going to have a car, everything's walkable. You can enjoy the city center, which is Rosemary Square in downtown West Palm Beach. Once you arrive to the destination, you can walk down Clematis Street till the end. You'll get to the downtown at the waterfront in West Palm Beach. And then if you just cross over the bridges, that's what takes you to Palm Beach. And Palm Beach is our wonderful, beautiful island with that first resort that Eric mentioned that Henry Flagler built up called the Breakers. And in addition, we have the Flagler Museum, which was Henry Flagler's house at the time. So there is a ton of history just jam-packed in the middle of the county in that central area as
and
well.
walkable.
Oh, it's all lovable. It's all walkable. You can take a bike ride. Actually, just did that very recently. Took a bike ride right over the bridges. So you can bike what we have. It's called the Lake Trail. Again, super active. Everybody wants to be outdoors. Everybody wants to get out. We've been inside, so it's a great place to go and bike the Lake Trail, and then go over the bridge. Get a smoothie. You were speaking about how this destination is all Pura Vida. Well, we just opened up a smoothie place called Pura Vida. So we're excited, and that is exactly what our destination is about. So
that is so awesome.
And then as you head south, as Eric mentioned, we do have Fort Lauderdale and Miami. So these cities are going to be the closest to some of those international airports. Delray Beach is a great city, a great spot for happening nightlife, bars, clubs. You can dance, you can enjoy the restaurants and eateries in Delray. And Atlantic Avenue is actually one of the avenues in our destination that you can go shopping, enjoy the restaurants, and then keep walking and walking and walking until your toes hit the sand. So that's one of my favorite things about Atlantic Avenue and Delray Beach. Boca Raton has a beautiful history to it. Addison Meisner built it up, and the architecture, the Spanish architecture, is beautiful. It's just absolutely something to set your eyes on. The bougainvilleas are located around the different parks and different areas, as well as awesome restaurants as well. That's what actually made me come to the Palm Beaches back 10 years ago and stay. So I have Boca Raton to thank for that.
We also have a lot of New Yorkers that go to that area. So, and they're all about the food and the food and the food.
Well, I don't know. I'm from Long Island, and I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't love food. Yes, so you will not be upset with food options. We just have Louis Bossi that opened up, which is a great Italian restaurant. We have different sushi places. One of my favorite restaurants is located on Palm Beach Island called Bukan. So that restaurant has sister restaurants. So Grotto and Moto are all additional sister restaurants. And certainly there's some great diversity in our destination. So you can go and enjoy a little place off of the beaten path and have a great breakfast arepa, enjoy a papusa. So there's some great options that you might not think that you can experience here, and you'd be wrong.
And you're also getting a lot of different Central and South American cultures already combined. And your Caribbean as well. So you've got everything right at your fingertips.
We do. And with our international airports, including ours, we have everyone from all over that wants to come and enjoy it. Right. So that just opens up more opportunities for us to be able to enjoy it.
Exactly. So let's talk about the experience of the Palm Beaches, right? I think that's an important piece overall. What is it like to be in the Palm Beaches?
Personally, for me, it's exceptional. I am originally from Long Island, like I mentioned, so I now have been living here for 10 years, and I love where I live. It's easy to get around. There's plenty of things to do. I have one of my closest friends with her 2-year-old. We have exciting excursions that we go on, whether it's to the Loggerhead Marine Life Center, or going just to the beach and enjoying the day. So it's a wonderful place to be. The destination is safe, and it cares about its guests and its community. So being in the Palm Beaches is very, very comfortable and very lovely.
And right now, since we're kind of in that post-pandemic world when this is recording, dining and nightlife, does it have any restrictions?
Yes, we do. So our county is still following the GBAC, as Eric mentioned, and the Palm Beaches Pledge. So each one of our outlets is still taking all the precautions that are kind of suggested and still mandated. And those are that 6-foot distancing, the masks, low occupancies between 50 to 80% occupancies, so not full, to make sure we get those distancing standards still in place, and the the 6-foot buffer, if you will.
So in other words, everybody, you have your elbow room.
Absolutely, yes.
So great. So we're looking at this amazing picture right in front of us right now. What are we looking at?
So that is Restoration Hardware. That is the main dining room Restoration Hardware. And everybody would say, Restoration Hardware, that's a furniture company. It's an art and design architectural store. And that it is. And with that, they have built and grown the store into this beautiful 3-level shopping experience. And when you get to the 3rd level, you have Restoration Hardware's actual restaurant. So this is looking at the restaurant, which is a rooftop. So you get to walk out those doors that are all the way in the back and look at West Palm Beach. So you get to see a almost full 360 view of West Palm Beach.
That is super awesome.
And their lobster roll is great for my New Yorkers.
Awesome. Hint, guys, for those of you guys who are wanting some lobster. So there's obviously a lot of arts and culture that Eric touched about earlier with the history. And here are some of the places that you can actually go and visit. So that way, as we build your itinerary, we can add these places for you to visit. And a lot of these places are just a bike ride or even a walk away.
That's exactly right. What you're looking at is Whitehall. So that's one of those iconic must-sees in our destination. Henry Flagler built this estate for his 3rd wife, Mary Lily Keenan. And it just shows exactly how our destination started. All of the memorabilia and the pieces that are collected in this museum are all from that Gilded Age. So we like to say that Gilded Age of travel, just so pristine to our history and what we have here.
That is so awesome. And you see a lot of murals as well.
Right. The picture that you see is a Brazilian artist by the name of Cobra. And so he was commissioned to do several of these murals. There's, I think, 3 in our destination, if I'm not mistaken. This is one of them. So it's Einstein taking in the rays, and he uses these vibrant colors. So they are they're placed in different areas of the destination. And so, yeah, it's really cool to see this. And as you see, these ladies are having a coffee right next to him. So we have so much cultural to offer. At the beginning of the slides, you saw another image of the Norton Museum, which has great exhibits. We also have the Kravis Center, which is the performing arts area where we have all of the concerts held, all the classical and also different types of performances. And it just underwent a renovation not too long ago. So we're excited and hopeful that once everything goes back to normal, that people can experience and take advantage of those cultural experiences. So there's a lot. And then also in Delray, we have another area. There's these art incubators, and we have a really cool, eclectic, and I call it funky type of museum because it is a museum. It's called the Silver Ball Museum, and they have all of these old pinball machines, and it's an arcade, but in every single pinball, they have the history of where it came and when, where it came from and what year it was made. So it's another art form, and you also get to have a good
that is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just so amazing. And so we can't forget about the young ones, right? So there's always so much for them to learn and see, and travel for them truly is a living classroom because they get to absorb so much. So between the marine life, the zoos that you have, the whole concept of everything, things that are tangible to them and they can absorb. This is truly, you can go on safari.
Yes. I mean, you can go on a safari. We have Lion Country Safari located in West Palm, and it's exactly what you said, Lulu. I mean, it's amazing that we have such a place in South Florida where our ecosystem's so great. We're not overrun, we're not overdeveloped, and we can teach the little ones about how important it is to understand this and be sustainable. So when they travel and they go places, they understand how to respect it and they learn so much from it. So not only this entertainment for them, but it's also a great way to have them really experience why being sustainable is important and why learning about the turtles are important. So this little guy's doing a great job. He's taking in all the turtles, and we're excited about that because we have so many different options for kids and families.
Yeah, and that's awesome. So, and there's so much to do. I mean, you're surrounded, between one side water and then the other side land, but there's so much to really enjoy, and you really can't be bored.
It's true. And that's our Hakuna Matata. So we love that. You can bring your own wine, charcuterie boards, enjoy a sunset cruise. You can jump off and snorkel during the day. They have snorkeling cruises. So that just takes you up and down the intercoastal of the central area of the destination.
How awesome. So there's a lot of shopping. So for everybody who likes to shop, you've got lots of different town centers or outlets. And so I think there's a little bit of everything for everybody.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
So very
one of
cool.
my favorites because you get to shop in Worth Avenue, and those villas just line the streets. Those villas in that last picture are on Worth Avenue. So Worth Avenue is the main shopping street or avenue in Palm Beach, and you don't realize, but there's these little slight hallways with more shops down them, and they're an archway of bougainvilleas before you walk into them. So you feel like you're in the south of France, or you feel like you're somewhere in Europe. You could totally just absolutely escape and feel like you might not even be in the United States. So it's a great option for guests that want to go far, but don't want to get on the plane to go far. This is a big secret that we have.
Yes.
Enjoy it.
That particular picture that is on the slide, as Eva was pointing out, and thanks to the other visionary behind our destination, Addison Meisner, who was instrumental in doing a lot of the areas, but mostly in Boca Raton. But this area he thought of and he designed because he had traveled extensively throughout Europe, mostly Spain and Italy, the Mediterranean, and so you can see that influence in the architecture in a lot of our different areas in our destination. So people wouldn't be, they wouldn't think that they are in Florida specifically. They're like, well, where am I? Just as Eva said, they're like, wow, this could be Spain. This could be the Mediterranean. The architecture is amazing. And in addition to those shops that Eva pointed out in Worth Avenue, we have an extensive options for shopping. Palm Beach Outlets has over 115 stores, I think probably even more now, with all of the brand names. You can get, certainly all of the wholesale discounts, and it's accessible. And then you also have Boca Town Center and the Palm Beach Gardens Mall. So there's just different types of options for travelers. Yeah. So if I were to say, our destination and the different cities have different attributes, whether it's the activities, certainly the water, ecotourism, mostly in the northern portion. You have all of the culinary offerings that we touched on, the history certainly, and this opportunity for shopping. And there's some great historic tours. There's a number of people that we work with that we can certainly promote, or we can provide their information, because they do an amazing job at conducting these historic tours in the Palm Beaches.
And all those historical tours, guys, as you are listening, everything is customizable. So if you really have, somebody who in your group who wants a very specific history, I can easily work with those partners to make that happen. So we really have everything and anything.
Definitely.
So we also have a lot of local artists.
Yes. So just going back to shopping, this is a not to be missed as far as artists and as far as shopping go. Lily Pulitzer got her start in the Palm Beaches. So the Palm Beaches is known for its fluorescent, bright colors and fun, funky prints. It's kind of who we are as a destination wrapped up into a piece of clothing. And so Lily Pulitzer is not to be missed.
Yep, absolutely. So we talked earlier about how you guys have so many golf courses, and this is just a a little bit of what you can do, not only golf course wise, but even, where you can get your catamarans or your airboats, where you can, head over to the Everglades. You guys have just so much. You're so centrally located.
Absolutely. Yes, this is golf and outdoors. So it's only a couple of bullets. I mean, realistically, we can't even put everything on this slide. So these are just some of it, but we have over 160 golf courses, and with golf courses comes lessons and training and PGA professional pros. So we have them all here because they want to be here, and we are very golf focused. We have tennis, our croquet center. One of the coolest things that I think that we have that we don't really share with anyone is our equestrian center. We have the International Polo Club, which holds a
I'm sorry, can we back up a second? Did you say equestrian?
Yes.
How amazing, guys. For a destination that's really an all year round destination, for those of us who live in, some colder climates like you guys in the north, and you want to be able to ride your horse, how amazing is this?
It's
that event takes place, as Eva pointed out, it's located in one of our cities called Wellington, so it's more into the interior of the destination. And every year we have the championship takes place, and they really start off middle of January, and it extends probably until April, and it's a series of equestrian events, everything from polo to different types of equestrian activities. But it's really unique. There's very few places that I can say in the state of Florida. I know more in the northern portion of the state, there's another city that has equestrian facilities and equestrian activities, but we're known for that as well. So when we have participants from over 70 countries that participate specifically at that polo championship each year, so that we're also known for that. And as you can see on the image, the golf course, we're home to the Honda Classic, which is a huge event, and it's televised. And luckily, we were able to have it and continue to host it even this year. So that is a big event for those fanatics, golf fanatics, certainly.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's so many little surprises that the Palm Beaches have that I think that we as consumers, and me included, as your travel advisor, sometimes I forget about these things. So this is a wonderful, webinar here that we're really just kind of learning and relearning and going, oh my God, look at what we have to offer. So I want you guys to really consider the Palm Beaches as an alternate destination, especially because you're going to want something that is more either family friendly or something that is going to be just for the adults. And this really gives you an opportunity to do a lot of that. Yes,
for sure. And you touched on something important. There you see an image of the polo that we were talking about. But we are a multi-generational destination, and so we have the ability to cater to different needs in the 39 cities, and I reiterate that 39 cities and over 230 hotels in our destination, with close to 18,000 rooms. So different types of hotel properties, it's certainly available to all.
Yeah, and so we're going to talk a little bit about some of the hotels and resorts, but it's not the only type of accommodation. There's also actual houses, vacation rentals, and there's always an opportunity to do some glamping or something along those lines. So we want to just make sure that we cover everybody, but know that some of the hotels and resorts that we're going to show you now are really going to be some of the iconic ones, I would say.
Correct.
Right.
So, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I just wanted to say, so these are some of our iconic, our well-known resorts. We have different levels of resorts and hotel properties all throughout our destination. So, we have anywhere ranging from our economical to our mid-scale to our upper scale to our luxury properties. So, as Eric mentioned, over 232. It's easy to find something for someone, and we can definitely definitely help make that happen. But here we don't have to spend too much time on this, but this is the lovely Breakers. This was the first resort in our destination, as we mentioned. It's on a half a mile of private oceanfront beach. You have the concierge level located on the top 2 floors in that picture. Still privately owned, still family owned. So they just absolutely love to cater to their guests that are joining them. And you can create experiences on your own, all within this property. So that's just a fun aspect as well.
That's awesome. And then the Old Palm Beach. I mean, everybody knows this property. How I know I love this one because this is one of my favorites.
Yes, it's an outstanding property, and it's exactly what the Palm Beaches. It represents the Palm Beaches so perfectly with its bright colors. They pull in Slim Aarons, the big photographer. So they have cabanas. They have a champagne butler that jumps into the pool with your champagne on a surfboard. So they just make it so fun and so exciting. And it's colorful and it's vibrant, and they keep it colorful and vibrant. You can enjoy a oceanfront view while you eat at their restaurant, Temple Orange. Definitely amazing bites there. So they are dog friendly too,
yes,
which is a great option. I'm a dog lover. Great option for those that want to bring their pups with them on the road.
Yep.
And they just hit a home run for us.
This is awesome. So now the Colony Palm, another also oceanfront accommodation, who's also dog friendly.
Yes. So they are located just about 1 block away from the ocean, so very close to the beach. Recently renovated, recently redone. They have Swifties, very tropical. It's called the Little Pink House because it was one of the first resorts in Palm Beach, and everyone knew it as the Pink House because it's a giant pink house in Palm Beach, as everything has color. So very much more of a boutique property, great service standards. The genuine hospitality has just trickled down throughout our different hotels and resorts since the late 1800s. So you can find that there as well. And
then we move on to the Four Seasons.
Yes. I'll just keep going. I don't know, Eric. I don't want to.
No, go ahead. I didn't want to, because you're on a roll there. So.
I love the Four Seasons.
I do too. And this property actually also just recently got renovated. So they have a wonderful kind of Florida feel with their wicker and more teak wood, their light pinks and their light greens. Family friendly, also oceanfront. They do have a wonderful dining outlet, a nice, great size private dining room for any additional guests that want to have parties or want to have any birthdays or celebrations. They can enjoy that. They have a beautiful pool that's centrally located right overlooking the ocean. So while you're in the pool or while you're in the beach, you almost feel like you're right there, all wrapped up into one.
It truly is an amazing feel.
Yes. Oh, actually, I can't even believe I almost forgot to tell everybody this, since we're talking about experiences and dogs. But the Four Seasons is the first property in the Palm Beaches to go ahead and add a new team member. And their team member is an Australian Labradoodle named Fort. And he is their in-house therapy dog. So if anyone is going to the Four Seasons, please make sure you take a picture with Fort, and please make sure you give him a pet.
Of course, absolutely. And for those of you guys who want to, you miss your dogs, you'll have one right then and there to be like, hey, I want to play. So now let's talk a little bit about Singer Island. And this is the Marriott property.
Yes. So Singer Island is a great option. We sit still on the Atlantic Ocean. This is an all suites property. So you have 1 and 2 bedroom suites, still looking over that beautiful Atlantic Ocean. You can enjoy kayaks, paddle boards. They have everything right there for you, all on their property. So they have the 3 dining outlets. They're doing a phenomenal job with their food presentations and the little eclectic styles that they put on their menu. So yes, and they have the kitchen and kitchenettes in their suites, which is a great option for those long stay guests. Just one of our many great partners that we have in this destination. During the pandemic, if no one was able to see it, Palm Beach Marriott Singer Island, since they didn't have the guests there, they didn't have much to do on the beach, so they took their lounge chairs and they spelled out really inspirational messages on the beach, whether it was peace, love, #travel, #tourism, we can't wait to see you. Every morning, everybody went out and spelled out inspirational things with the lounge chairs, and then took pictures.
Is all those pictures on their Instagram?
Yes. So they put them all on their Instagram. Those can all be found, but that was just something fun that they did during the pandemic that it went viral for us.
Yeah, that's totally inspirational. So now we move over to Boca Raton. And so we love Mediterranean inspiration, right? So, and this particular property is also, quite classical because it's built in 1926.
It is.
Yeah, I guess I'll take over because Eva's like, okay, I already spoke too much. The iconic Boca Raton Resort and Club, built in 1926, thanks to the vision of Edison Meisner, as I mentioned earlier. It's different experiences. It's a massive property. It's over 1,000 rooms. It's 1,000, and I think it's better if you have it listed there, 1,047. But you have the main cloister of the property. Then you have the yacht club, the beach club, the villas. They have their own golf course on site. That image there is of their spa, so the outdoor pool of the spa facility. It's an amazing property, very similar to
a Turkish bath.
Exactly. Yes, definitely. So the inspiration is very Mediterranean, and the spa has those accents also of Mediterranean, Turkish, and Spanish influence. And really, with the breakers, those are the historic, iconic properties that date from over 125 years now. So it's an amazing property, and then located again in Boca Raton and very close to Meisner Park too, the Meisner area. It's all the influence and the inspiration of Edison Meisner, who was a true Palm Beach person as well. So.
And that's awesome. So here on the screen we've broken out a little bit of some more of the newer, as well as some of the noteworthy hotels and where they are located. Between the north, the central, and the south. So, and each section really does have its own beautiful opportunity for flavors. I mean, there's just so much.
Yeah, definitely.
So with that, I'm so excited to really, continue to talk about this amazing destination overall. And I mean, there's just, again, so much. We constantly have so much to offer, and you guys will it'll just be amazing. We really have an opportunity here to just kind of go, hey, let's go out, let's go and show you guys what you can do. I know you all want to do something amazing, and so it's time. So is there anything else, Eric or Eva, that you'd like to add before we close up?
No, I think that thank you again for the opportunity to be able to present our wonderful destination to your followers, to your clients. Really, you mentioned it. We're a very diverse, very different type of destination, even though we're so close to Miami, Fort Lauderdale, or Orlando, because of those attributes, because of those things that we touched on. And the people that know us, they know how special we are. The people that don't, we invite them to come to the Palm Beaches to experience all of the wonderful things that we have. We have all of the biosecurity protocols in place, as I mentioned at the beginning, the GBAC, the pledge. We're following the local and state safety guidelines. All of our partners, hotel partners, attractions, activities are here to welcome you with open palms. and we're very happy and excited to do so. So I think that for me, that would be it. Thank you very much, and I'll turn it over to Eva if she had any closing comments.
Yes, no, I'm echo Eric's comments. We would love to have anyone that wants to come join us. If you have any questions, we certainly are always here to help. Certainly book through your travel advisor. She is wonderful and has all of the details. And after this pandemic, the travel advisor community, we are just so thrilled to have them, because you have someone in your corner, you have someone that knows exactly what's going on. And we look forward to welcoming our travel advisors and our clients both. We're both so happy to have you.
Awesome.
Yes,
and
we're blessed to have the travel advisors.
And I'll be in town soon enough to make sure that you guys can all see all of the things that we just talked about, so that we can talk about the wonderful experience. So with that, thank you so much for being here. Namaste. Until the next time, everybody. Bye.